Jim Collins with Cullman Today. I'm out with Mayor Max A. Townson. Mayor Townson, I talked to you, 2 or 3 months ago. You mentioned you're running for office. You're getting ready to make it official, aren't you?
Absolutely. I've enjoyed serving the people of Cullman. I want to continue that service because we have a lot of projects that we're working on currently and also for the future.
Now, I asked you where you'd like to do this interview, and you immediately said the North Shopping Center in front of Publix and Dick's. Why is that?
Well, this was a project that we worked together as a team to make it come to fruition. If you'll remember, the Food World store closed here, and so we were very fearful that we would lose other tenants. So we went to work with a developer, and this developer came in. He made certain promises about jobs and big boxes that he could bring in here. One of them was Publix, and we were proud of that. Then he told us again Dick's. And the reason we're so proud of this actually keeps the tax dollar in the city of Cullman, which we share with all of Cullman County, because what we're trying to do is stop the leakage. We don't want people to have to go to Birmingham or Decatur or Huntsville to do their shopping. We would like for them to do it locally and keep that tax dollar here so we can work on roads, bypasses, and internet service and the future.
Well, now, before we get off in too far in the future, if I hear what you're saying right, you're talking about building upon these retail store gains you made and bringing more in. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. We're constantly looking for new stores to come in, new eateries, anything that would keep people here to spend their tax dollar. And we're working also with the developer at the North Walmart. There's already announced a Panda Express coming up there. There's other possibilities with bigger boxes up there. You know, when they build a Walmart like that, we've got 2 Walmarts now. And so that's pretty impressive for a town our size. That means that people are actually coming to Cullman to do their shopping.
Well, I don't think anyone can argue with your administration, the city council, and the economic development success over the last 4 years economically. Let's move on to some other topics that maybe don't get quite as much attention. You mentioned one of them, and it's been in the news, internet service.
Absolutely. We've had some problems here with the internet service we have. What we're looking at is the future. We've actually talked to Southern Lights, which is it's a company that brings faster speed internet to the inner cities. We're looking at those people. They already have it in Huntsville. That's our desire, is to bring that to Cullman County and Cullman, Alabama.
Well, I think that's important because obviously I'm in the internet business, and when the internet goes down, I'm out of business for whatever period of time that is.
Yeah, and when you're out of business, you're out of profits. And when you're out of profits, you're not bringing in tax dollars. So it's very important because you have to have a job so you can furnish yourself with food, clothing, and shelter.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you about the last 4 years. We've already talked about the economic part of it. As you look back on it, what else is important? What else do you feel like has been a success during your administration the last 4 years?
Well, actually, the biggest success has been the development of new homes. We have a lot of homes going up on Convent Road. We have another development down behind Rahal that's been annexed into the city. There's some homes being built behind the hospital. So we have to have more homes because the people that come here to work, they want to work here and they want to live here. And that's what we want.
I follow you. Well, now you mentioned the future, so I like to ask about the future. There's no question that you and the city council have done well at this point, but you have to build on your foundation. You talked about the internet. What else do you see for the future of Cullman the next 4, 8, 12 years?
Well, hopefully we'll see some streets widen, like 157 4-lane, which we took a trip to Montgomery with the Chamber of Commerce, and we talked to Mr. Cooper about how they determine that, and they determined they have to do a certain priority. And so they do this by count, and we were number 12. The 157 was number 12 on his list. So that could be in the future. And 278, of course, is in our future as well. And the future also looks bright for the hospital, for our education system. We want to bring that fast-speed internet to them, and we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to be on the website, on fast internet, anything they can to improve the quality of life.
Now, you had mentioned the roads. I don't know that everybody knows it, but Highway 157, 278, 31, the city doesn't own that. That's state property. Even if you had millions of dollars, you couldn't just go out and pave it this afternoon, could you?
No, we have a hard time because we've asked them before to do a traffic count, and they did, but you'll see down on 31 and 278, sometimes the traffic backs up there to the courthouse. What we're working on with the different engineers is some type of plan where we can have an alternate route so the people that are coming from the south end of town can get to the north end of town a lot simpler and a lot quicker.
So you're talking about the Max A. Townson Memorial Parkway?
Well, that would be nice, but I don't know.
I'm just joking, Mayor.
I don't know if we'd want to name it after me.
Oh, okay. Well, now I've heard, and this I may be saying a rumor that's not true, but I've heard that you and the city government are getting ready to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million to repair and upgrade existing roads in the city. Is that true or not?
Yes, that's correct. You know, we were waiting till a lot of construction was done on Ground Zero where the tornado, EF4 tornado came through. So we're probably going to start downtown. I've already talked with my superintendent of streets. He's got it lined up with Good Hope. And as soon as we find out where they're going to start, we will publicize that so people won't be bothered. I know some businesses are going to be interrupted, but these streets need paving, and we've got $1 million that we're going to do, and we're going to have better streets in Cullman.
That's good to know. We're about to run out of time, but I'm going to have to ask you some political questions. You are running opposed in this election. You have some competition. What are we going to see from you? I don't want you to reveal your strategy, but what are your plans to go out and bring in the votes?
Well, I think that what my strategy is to be myself, to let people know that I enjoy what I'm doing, and I don't want this mayorship for a stepping stone or for some future recognition. That's not what it's about. Being mayor is not about Max Townson. It's about serving the people of this community. And I know this is boredom when I say it, but I want to make sure that Cullman is the best place to live, work, play, and worship.
Mayor, I think that's pretty much says it all. I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to me under the shadow of the public sign.
Thank you, Tim.